Hi, my name is Olgy Diaz and I'm running for Tacoma City Council position 7. That's one of our at-large seats. My pronouns are she, her. I was actually appointed to the council last year back in August, so I've done about a year now, and I really enjoy the work. I'm really enjoying meeting everyone, learning what the priorities are, and I'm excited to try to get a full term so we can action on some of the things that I've learned in my time here. Let's see here. I grew up in Pierce County, so out in Spanaway. The BRT is special to me because I'm really hoping it'll help connect my old community with my new one. We're riding the T-line today, so I'm really excited to show around the link. I think it's probably a near-term and a long-term problem, but I think there's got to be a way to build in more ways to get between neighborhoods. We have for decades situated ourselves so that we're learning how to commute to Seattle or to other parts of the region in the Puget Sound. And I really think that there's got to be ways to build in more connectivity across business districts, across neighborhoods, so that if I want to go see my friends on 6th Ave, I can just as easily do that as I can get on a couple buses to get to Seattle. That's one part of it. Could you repeat the other part for me?
Yeah.
Did I answer the whole thing?
Yeah, you did great. Yeah.
I thought it was a two-parter.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I want people to be able to get between neighborhoods.
Yeah, that's a huge one. It's really easy to get a bus to either Commerce Street or Tacoma Dome because it gets people to the job center or it gets people out of Pierce County, but it's so hard to actually see your friends.
Yes. Yeah. Without being more than a bike ride and less than a car trip is just a really hard pocket to be in, and so I'd love to be able to get more options. I think it's really scary the amount of people who we've heard from in my short time on the city who've had someone killed in traffic or just pedestrian incidents, and so I'd really like to see what more we can do to accelerate our investment in traffic calming, roundabouts, speed bumps, different things, crosswalks, better lit crosswalks. I think crosswalks are one of the most expensive things that I had no idea was so expensive when I joined government at the municipal level. And so I'd love to see how we can get more of those projects online and not have to rely on data and evidence of someone actually getting hurt or killed before we do so. I think that's one of the biggest things that we hear is folks not wanting to wait for these big data things to pan out, studies to pan out, when we have the anecdotal evidence that's more horrific. So I think that's one of the big areas that I'd love to see our focus on. Absolutely. Enthusiastic, yes. I think it's a question of timing and making sure we get it on the ballot at a time when we can get critical voices and input from probably some of the voters who don't vote in every year. So I think an even year might be a great time when voter turnout is a little higher, information's a little higher, but either way we go at it, I'm really excited about it. I think we really, really desperately need the improvements and the added funding. Ooh, that is a good question. I think since we already talked about traffic calming, besides that, let's see here. I would say probably more infrastructure, so how we get people in and off of the transit system. So how do we improve our sidewalks, or improve the crosswalks? I know sometimes there's buses that will leave someone in a place that just has no connectivity to anything around it. So if we could plan the routes a little bit better, potentially do some more outreach and engagement around where better spots would be for folks with strollers or wheelchairs or any kind of different wheels that are trying to come on and off. I think because the city is such a patchwork of different kinds and times of infrastructure, I think it's an important thing to keep looking at that. And then our bike connectivity, I like that we have a map that says where we are now, where we want to be, and where we're going. But I think if we could do some more sort of education around the fact that that exists, I think it would help get more folks into that multimodal transportation and thinking about how they could sort of ditch the car a little bit more, especially now that we have this great tool like the link. I think just how enthusiastic I am about actioning on a lot of the plans that we already have. I think community advocates, everybody has done a lot of good work to sort of articulate very clearly, very well, what more we need in the city. I think it's always sort of a funding gap issue or a priorities issue. And because being able to move around in our city is such a high priority for me, I don't think I waver on what we want to do. It's just not the policy area that I have worked in all of my life. And so when people bring their ideas that they've already done and vetted, I'm all in. I just don't always have the expertise to dream, but I can certainly vision and help action with folks who've done that work.